Hi, guys. This is Reb Jimmy from OurHebrewHeritage.com. If you have not had a chance to check out our website, please check out our website. Uh, we will be uploading videos and blogs from time to time as I get time. I certainly have a backlog of blogs to be able to put on, and also some vlogs, some video blogs as well. I'll be adding as the opportunity presents itself. Right now, I want to talk to you about one of those notoriously difficult passages in the scriptures to interpret. Specifically, one of the difficult teachings of the Master, Yeshua the Messiah. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 22. And it says, the eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light in you is darkness, how great then is the darkness? What does it mean when he says, if your eye is healthy? The Hebrew language has very few abstract terms. So physical words are oftentimes, or physical word pictures are oftentimes used in place of those abstract terms. Okay, Yeshua's reference to the healthy eye is one of those examples that without this reference, without this understanding of a Hebrew idiom, it's virtually impossible to be able to place these words into its proper context and thus to be able to develop healthy theology or healthy doctrine, if you would. So, what does it mean if your eye is healthy? Does that mean that I go to the optometrist on a regular basis and my eye is good and I see 20/20? No, that's not what it's saying at all. Yeshua uses the example. He uses the example of if your body... your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. So when we think of a window brings light into the house. So as you open up the window allows light to come into the house and to fill the house. And it's the same thing with the eye. The eye gathers light into the body. And without that ability, then the eye is not functioning properly. Therefore, we are essentially handicapped. So when Yeshua said, if your eye is healthy, he is using a Hebrew idiom here. He's using a word picture of the eye to describe someone who is generous. So what he means by if your eye is healthy, he is saying if you are generous. But if your eye is bad, that means if you are stingy. Well, how do we come up with these idioms? How do we know that that's what is meant there? Well, it's actually not that difficult to understand. You see, a healthy eye is able to see someone who is in need. You see, if you're able to see your brother who is in need and you do not attend to their needs, you do not assist them, you do not help them, you do not do something to help alleviate their suffering, then you have a bad eye because you are not seeing them properly. You're certainly not seeing them through the eyes that God himself would have us see. But if you see your brother or your sister who is hurting, who is wounded, who is hungry, who is cold, and you do not meet their needs, you do meet their needs, then your eye is healthy because you see the needs of others and you're able to meet them. When your eye is healthy and you're able to see the needs of others, you are bringing light into your entire being. But if your eye is bad, in other words, if you see the needs of others and you ignore them, then you're bringing darkness. Darkness penetrates the soul. And there's something to be said towards us. I'm, maybe a little mystical here, but there's something to be said that Yeshua is teaching us about ourselves, that when we see the needs of others and we are able to meet their needs, we're able to minister to them, it elevates our soul. It brings light not just into the world around us, and certainly it does that. It brings light into those who are suffering, but it also brings light into our entire being. When we choose to see above our own needs and see the needs of others, it changes who we are, and it molds us and shapes us into being the bride that he is worthy of, a bride that has prepared herself with white garments that is provided for us, and we clothe ourselves in. Hope you enjoyed this teaching. We'll have a few more to come in the near future. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now. Oh, and remember, check out ourhebrewheritage.com. Leave some feedback if you would like. Would love to hear what you have to say. Would love to hear your feedback. Would love to hear any questions that you may have. If you have any, stump the pastor, stump the rabbi type questions, I would love to be able to hear them. Don't know if we'll be able to answer them properly, but I'll do my best. So, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.